going to write down 3 of the greatest lessons that we learned. And after that, if you could do it again, if you could redo 2025 all over again, what are 3 things that you would do maybe a little bit differently? Next is the inputs. List the greatest influences on your life last year. The people, maybe the products, the content, ideas, environments, etc. This one is extremely eye-opening and important because we start to realize that we actually become what we consume. You know, my parents always used to tell me that you are the average of the 5 friends that you hang out with. And I think that's really true. It's a sober reminder that we are a product of our environments. Now, on to relationships. Which relationships improved the most last year? Which ones do you wish that you handled a little bit differently? These 2 matter more than we like to admit, and they can be leverage or friction depending on if they're additive or more of a drag in our life, respectively. And next thing we're going to do is choose just one word that best describes the entire year of 2025. Now, contrary to what we did with the values exercise, where we had to prioritize our values and those top words, I really don't want you to overthink this one because it's going to be too time consuming for the purpose of what we're trying to achieve. Just think of this as a proverbial way that we're going to close a chapter by ending it with just one word to summarize things. Now, finally, subtraction. Give this one some deep thought because before we get to adding new goals in future phases of the No More Dreams framework, we want to remove what's in the way. We want to write 3 things that you need to do less next year. Next, then we're going to write 3 things that we want to do more of next year. And then 3 things that we need to stop doing entirely. This audit should turn your past year into, again, a rich data set of usable information. What helped me as I looked back at this and I did this exercise is I revisited my credit card statements, I revisited my text message threads, I revisited the events on my calendar, and how we spend our money, how we spend our time will help to really kind of coerce these answers for these questions in case you ever get stuck. Additionally, it helps to kind of just take a break from the exercise. Go for a walk, go for exploration, go hang out, take your mind off things, and you'll find that these things start to kind of come back to you naturally. And you'll be like, I remember that we did this, and this will be an answer to this one question. Take out your phone, write it down. When you get in front of your piece of paper, write those answers to it. This is how we're going to sharpen our direction and just start moving completely different in 2026. No more dreams, just relentless execution and accountability. Let's get it.